Yo, what's going on, people? Daniel Blocker back at it again with another video. I just wanted to quickly say thank you guys so much for all the love you've showed in the previous videos. You guys have been, viewing them and leaving comments and liking the videos. So that means a lot, man. That means a lot. We're on the road to a thousand subs. Hopefully, we get there in a few months' time, God willing. So in today's video, I want to touch up on my initial thoughts of the game, the current state of Undisputed, and why I think some of the major issues in the game are, as well as some of the things that I like and how they can go around improving these things and, turning the game into a much more successful game that could essentially compete later on down the line with the likes of Fight Night. Because I think that's what we are all using as the standard and what we're comparing the game to. Just because it's in front of me right now, the first thing that I want to touch upon is matchmaking. And by that, I mean, yeah, as you can see, I've only just got in the game, but I've been waiting 2 minutes to connect to someone. So I'm not sure if that's an issue related to servers or what it may be. But yeah, that could really do with some work because I can't understand why it would take so long to connect. I mean, obviously, maybe there's not that many people playing the game, in which case I can understand that. So let me just quickly touch up on a couple of things that I think about the game. And that I enjoy about the game. So graphics, of course, incredible. It's the characters look so realistic, and the fighters all look realistic, which is great to see. The stances and everything. I mean, they obviously spend a lot of time and effort into making the fighters as customizable and as accurate as they were once as fighters. I also like the fact that they've added skin vibration. So when you punch to the body, you can see the skin vibrating as if, they are already taking a punch, as you can see right there. That body shot from Roy Jones. I like the fact that there's obviously certain combos that you can put together, and I like the way that the punches look, like the arms over the top. Like if I was to go in this stance here, I mean, I didn't mean to do that, but like this, the backhand over the top, the second punch looks really nice. I like the way that looks. And I also I think the main thing that we're all forgetting, the one thing that I'm obviously very happy about is the fact that we actually have a boxing game to play, because it's been so long since we've had an actual boxing game to play that we can play on essentially next gen, right? Now it's only on PC currently, but soon it will be released to next gen consoles as well. So I'm just happy to have that option, just the ability to play a boxing game without having to play it on on an old school console or whatever. But with that being said, there are quite a few things I'd like to touch upon in terms of improvement and the state of the game and what my thoughts are on two things specifically that could really do with improvement. So if you've played this game online, you know what I'm about to say. Spamming. There are some players out there who just spam to death the same move over and over again, and they can make the game feel really cheap and, at times frustrating, because you're just going to get, if I'm going to lose to someone, I don't mind losing to someone that's just outboxing me, and is just, putting combos together. He's outsmarting me. I wouldn't mind that. It just takes the fun away from the game if I'm losing to someone that's just like this over and over again, right? Like, it just makes no sense. I don't get it, right? And I don't understand how that can be fun for someone else. So there's obviously things that they can do, and they have tried to do in regards to spamming. Of course, one option that they've tried is obviously the adjustment to gameplay mechanics, like the stamina penalty that they're receiving for using the same move over and over again. Your arms are getting a lot slower, your punches aren't as accurate and as fast. But I will say that only works with certain fighters, because if you are using the right fighters that have got high stamina and high power in their punches and in their hooks, it won't take many punches to drop someone, honestly, over and over again. So I think there's still some tweaking to do on that side of things. And yeah, I can definitely feel like it could do with improving, regardless of them releasing the update with the stamina penalty. It's still happening quite regularly, so obviously there's still some work to do there. The other big issue that I was going to touch on that affects online gameplay experience is matchmaking. It's not uncommon to be matched up against someone who is significantly better than you at the game. He's more skilled, he's probably, in gold or you know, in a much higher level than you. And that can definitely make the game feel unfair and unbalanced, and it can really put you off because you're coming online and you're being matched up against someone in gold who's been playing the game a lot more than you, and he's just smoking you every fight. I know you can obviously play unranked, but ultimately, if you want to play in the competitive side of things and you want to get ranked and you want to make your way up through the ranks, you know, it needs to be a little more balanced and in terms of matchmaking. Obviously, I'm not a developer, but things that they can obviously look at is obviously setting up some sort of matchmaking algorithm that, you know, takes into account your skill level and your experience, how many fights you've had, how well you've performed, as well as, you know, the fighter that you choose in stats could be coming up against people that are a little bit more evenly matched to you, which, you know, could make gameplay a lot more enjoyable. And if you are winning a fight and it's going 12 rounds and you're both at it, you know, it's fun, right? But I mean, like, look in this fight, for example. I'm in bronze 2 and I'm fighting someone in silver 2. Homie's about to touch gold soon, right? Obviously, he has a lot more experience than me in playing competitively, or you could argue that he's better than me. I mean, you know, we're in the 4th round, and I would say it's a pretty even match currently, but, you know, I also play the game quite a bit. And for the average gamer, however, the casual that, you know, comes online and plays the game a few times a week, you know, if you're coming online and the first fight that you're having is against someone in gold or platinum, it's going to put you off completely because you're getting smoked instantly. And you're like, oh man, I'm just not even going to bother anymore. I've just got whooped in this last fight. Right. So it makes no sense. So they definitely something that they can work on and improve on in terms of matchmaking. I'm going to leave the link for the subreddit again in the description down below for the Undisputed subreddit, just because there's so many people there that share so many similar ideas and thoughts on the game. And I think if you are watching this video and you're not part of that subreddit, I think it would be really beneficial for you to join it because there's so many people in there that share similar thoughts. And I think, you know, you have the odd person that just, you know, completely hates the game, which is perfectly fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. You know, I'm not here to tell you what to like and what not to like. But I generally feel like we are judging this game up against, you know, boxing game royalty like Fight Night. Let's not forget this game has been out for like what, a month now. You know, give it some time to grow. You know, I mean, I definitely feel like the longer that we get through the year and the more updates that they release, the game will improve more and more. Obviously, we know that they're going to improve in terms of like moveset, and abilities for the fighters. They're obviously going to add more and more things as time goes on, and they're going to improve the gameplay the more we give them feedback. So it's imperative for us to give them all this feedback as a community for them to obviously have things to improve on. You know, and to be fair to them, they've listened to the community ever since they released the game, you know. So I definitely think that as a company, they've got their ear to the ground, and listening to the community is just important. That we are, you know, shouting loud and clear about the things that we are not enjoying and the things that they can work to improve on. I.e., in my opinion, spamming. They need to do something about that. And matchmaking, as this guy is starting to really land some big shots on me here. This is an early access. This is where you release the game, you know, for people to try it. And it's still a trial period. You know, they're still working on improving the game and the gameplay. So, you know, I mean, there's still so much time to go. This is still early on and in the journey of this game. And I definitely think that later on down the line, it could definitely improve. I'm really excited to see career mode coming out hopefully soon. And you know, that could be make or break as well, honestly, because if they have a really good career mode, I know for a fact I will be spending a lot of time, you know, playing career mode. The judges' scorecards, they are drunk, mate. The judges are drunk 100%. Some of the stuff that they say and some of the scores that you see, most of the time you're like, how does that make any sense? As we are making some sort of progress here, but he is landing some shots too. The one of us is being rock chair, which is good. However, the right side of my head is taking some pounding. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the game. I wanted to touch up on two things. But yeah, if you guys agree with my thoughts, or share some similar thoughts, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And if you have your own thoughts on things that the company and the game can improve on, please, by all means, leave them in the comments down below. And I can maybe compile all these thoughts and touch upon them in another video at another time. So please, please leave as much feedback on how you feel about the game if you are playing the game down below. I'm just going to carry on with this fight, and I will cut back at the end of the fight because I don't want to show you guys the whole fight because I've already touched up on the things I want to touch up on. So yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you with the outro in just a second. Right, guys, as you guys can see, I unfortunately lost this fight, got KO'd in the 11th round. On the judges' scorecards, by the looks of it, I was up 95, 94, 95, 94, and then obviously I was down on one of the judges' scorecards, but it is where it is. I was taking some damage there. As you can see, these are the stats. 51%. Both of us were at 51%. I threw way more jabs. He threw more hooks, which definitely paid dividends for him later on. I had him rocked a few times and he had some swelling. I just couldn't drop him. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys agree with any of my thoughts or you have your own thoughts that you want to put down in the comments down below, please do so. It would mean a lot. And guys, if you are new around here and you are enjoying this content, please consider subscribing to the channel as I've got a lot more content planned and on the way, and also dropping a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Appreciate you guys so much, and peace.